to get ready for the Pinckneyville Panthers and Eureka's Hornets to decide the best team in boys Class A basketball here in the 1993-94 season. Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Assembly Hall. A dandy of a small-town USA title on the line here in Illinois for basketball. And two coaches on my left. We'll get back to this other coach on my right for a moment, but you guys found out how difficult Jeff Koger, how difficult Riverton had earlier this weekend against this Eureka team. How do you beat them?
Well, I tell you, the defensive factor gave us a lot of problems when we played them, and I think this evening the fatigue factor might be a big factor for Eureka in order to win the state championship.
Ken Crawford, Pinckneyville may not have that fatigue factor. They had a chance to rest their starters. How do you beat a team that puts that much pressure on you?
Well, in all honesty, if I was playing them in the state championship game tonight, I think I'd try to score 2 more points than we did last night. But to beat Pinckneyville, it's going to have to be something that you've done all year long. You're going to have to play great defense. And if you don't play great defense and you're not ready to play physical basketball, you're just not going to beat Pinckneyville.
Well, your T-Town team and your Riverton teams, great teams. And only one team, though, has beaten Eureka this year, and that was Cal Hubbard's U-High team from Normal. How did you do it, Coach? What was the recipe?
I think you have to cut down on Misa's penetration. You have to attack their pressure constantly, and you have to be lucky.
As they also got very strong in their regional win over you, too.
Yes, they beat us by 3 in the regional, and they're a very good basketball team, very well-coached basketball team. It should be a great championship game.
Guys, thanks for coming down here. Maybe we'll see you back here for the tournament next year. Meanwhile, coming up, the Class A championship game from Assembly Hall. We'll be back right after these words from America's original March Madness. The Class A championship of boys basketball in Illinois about to tip off here, and two great teams from two great small towns from separate parts of the state of Illinois. Let's take a walk down the streets, the main streets of Country Company Videos. First off, for our visiting team here in the championship game, we move quite a few miles away here from Champaign as we take you through Pinckneyville, Illinois. Pinckneyville is named after Revolutionary War patriot General Charles Cottsworth Pinckney. No community in Illinois better exemplifies March Madness than Pinckneyville, whose first appearance in the tournament dates back to 1935. Coal mining is one of the major industries in Perry County, but this weekend, the whole community is doggone ready to board the buses and bring back their first championship trophy since Duster Thomas's 1948 team. Like Pinckneyville, Eureka is also a great small town, one of the classic small towns of Illinois, a little further up the state, but also with a very interesting look at their main street. And like Pinckneyville, half of Eureka is right here in Assembly Hall's grandstands as they're packing them in to watch their Hornets tonight against the Panthers. Two teams that close their doors on Friday nights during the regular season and are here for the championship game. Let's take a walk now with Country Company's footage down Main Street, Eureka, Illinois. In 1854, under the name of Walnut Grove, the community became Eureka in 1859 under the direction of John Darst. The Woodford County Courthouse was built in Eureka in 1897. Eureka College was the college home of former President Ronald Reagan. Record-setting high school basketball coach Dick Van Sciak of Peoria Manual was on the Eureka Regional winner back in 1942. This year's starting 5 has played together for 2 years and is the most successful team in school history. Now in its 23rd year of boys Class A championship basketball, to set the table for you from center court are Greg Sterick and Jim Albrecht.
Thanks a lot, Joe Passion. Good evening again, everybody. I'm Jim Albrecht along with Greg Sterick. Tonight there is as much emotion out here as there is talent. Dick Korn, of course, has been 19 years with the Pinckneyville Panthers. He approaches this game as taking a look at that emotion, but putting it aside and going about it as business as usual.
Well, I think you have to be careful. Emotions are already running high, so we won't change from what we would do in any ordinary game. No Newt Rockney type speeches. You don't need those right now. We'll just try to keep the kids calm and focus on the task ahead, and we'll try to draw parallels with some situations we've been in during the regular season that would fit this one here.
Well, it's pretty hard not to get excited about one of Dick Corn's players, isn't it, Greg Sterry?
Well, Shane Hawkins is a tremendous basketball player. He's very exciting. He can shoot the three. He can penetrate. Had 72 points already in the tournament. And as Hawkins goes, that's usually how the Panthers go. He's a great shooter from long range, a three-point shooter. He shoots 42% from three-point range. That's the Hawk, Shane Hawkins of Pinckneyville.
While tradition is on the side of Pinckneyville, it is all rarefied air for Eureka. But Tim Meese, he wants his kids to savor this kind of scenery in the state championship game.
Well, we're just trying to have the kids go out and have fun. This is a state championship game. We've been pointing towards this. We told the kids when we came down that we wanted to be in this situation. And I said, let's go out and have some fun.
Well, if Dad's going to win the state championship, the son's going to have something to say about it.
Well, he's a three-year starter. He's a good passer. He's the heart and soul of the basketball team. Averages almost 16 points per ball game, also 5 rebounds. He's a great passer on the inside, a good spot-up shooter from three-point range, a good look at Nathaniel Meese as he drains the three-point shot.
Eureka has lost but once. Of course, Pinckneyville twice, but that to a 2A school in the form of Carbondale, who's already in the super sectional in 2A. Who will it be? It's an even matchup, Greg. This one's real hard to call.
Well, both these ball clubs set the tone on the defensive end. They really get the job on the defensive end, so it's very important for one of these basketball teams to really take care of the basketball. You got to handle some pressure defense, and if you're Pinckneyville, you want to set the tone with tempo, but Pinckneyville's also got to go real hard to the offensive glass. But the ball club that can set the tone defensively, let their defense create some offense, is going to win the basketball game.
The Eureka Hornets are pumped. The Pinckneyville Panthers are pumped. We're pumped. We hope you're pumped. We're coming back after these local messages. There you see the look of determination on the face of Matt Keppel. And of course, all the faces here will tell a story before this ball game is over. It is Eureka and Pinckneyville as they take their final warm-up shots, and we're set to go over to public address announcer Steve Adams and give you all the names here very, very quickly. But you got to look back to this afternoon. Eureka played almost, and it's almost impossible, Greg Sterrick, to even say perfect ball game. But what they did against St. Martin de Porres was darn close.
Yeah, they played an awful good basketball team, and you know, Pinckneyville was equally as good also, Jim. They played a very good basketball team, and you don't get to this championship game unless you're an awful good basketball team. And these ball clubs are very balanced. Shane Hawkins, the All-Stater for Pinckneyville, he's had a tremendous tournament, tremendous player, but he gets a lot of help. And when you look at the Eureka ball club, they're very, very balanced. And I like Nathaniel Meese. He's the coach's son. He runs the basketball team. He's the heart and soul of this basketball team. He's the glue of Eureka's ball club.
Only 2 teams are left in Class A. Let's go meet them. Here's Steve Adams.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the starting lineups for tonight's Class A State Championship game, featuring the Panthers of Pinckneyville High School entering this game with a record of 32-2, and the Hornets of Eureka High School entering this game with a record of 30-1. At forward for Pinckneyville, a 6'5" senior, number 30, Brett Clellan. At forward for Eureka, a 6'2" senior, number 33, Matt Keppel. At the other forward for Pinckneyville, 6'2" and a senior, number 20, Ryan Bruns. At the other forward for Eureka, a 6'1" senior, number 35, Brian Blunier. At center for Pinckneyville, a 6'5" sophomore, number 54, Andrew Dagner. And at center for Eureka, a 6'4" junior, number 55, Matt Brayman. At one of the guards for the Panthers, a 5'9" senior, number 11, Matt Decker. And at guard for Eureka, a 5'11" senior, number 32, Nathaniel Meese. At the other guard for Pinckneyville, a 6'3" senior, number 21, Shane Hawkins. And at the other guard for the Hornets, a 6'3" senior, number 44, Dave Steinbeck. Introducing the head coaches from Pinckneyville in his 19th season, Dick Korn. And from Eureka in his 9th season, Tim Meese. Here are your officials for this Class A state championship.
Let's take a look at how these two lineups fare against each other height-wise. Brought to you by DuPont Canopy, the no-till herbicide. You know, if you had the heights up there, it'd be dead even across the board too, Greg.
Yeah, both these ball clubs very evenly matched. I think the sophomore Dagner's got to do the job on the inside, on Matt Brayman on the inside. That's a good matchup. And of course, Steinbeck and Shane Hawkins, that's a good matchup. But this game is just almost a toss-up. When you look at the team comparison, it's a toss-up also. The only three-point field goal advantage, that goes to Pinckneyville. These two ball clubs play almost identical basketball. They set the tone with their defense.
There's a big smile from Coach Tim Meese in his 9th year with Eureka. He's got 165 wins with the Hornets. He would dearly love 166. And of course, Dick Korn has been with Pinckneyville a long time. And here come the Panthers out front. Here's the first shot of the night, and it's nowhere near by Andrew Dagner. Well, Dagner had a good afternoon, but he didn't start off good tonight. But it's early.
Pinckneyville opens always in the man-to-man defense, and there's that matchup. Brayman on the inside against the sophomore Dagner. Brayman had a shot, it didn't go.
Keppel likes the baseline. Doesn't get it to fall. Rebound fought for. It's loose on the floor. And coming out of there with it is Matt Decker, the 5'9" senior. He gets it up ahead to Hawkins. This is a nice pass, but it gets out of the hands of Ryan Bruns.
Well, a nice look by Hawkins. Bruns just couldn't find the handle. It was a good look, tough interior pass, but Hawkins, an excellent passer, really sees the floor very well, has the ability to make all of his teammates much better basketball players.
I thought for sure Hawkins would look to the glass, but he found a better pass. And speaking of a pass, that one a little out of the reach of Keppel. And here comes Pinckneyville. Somebody looking for the first basket of the night. Is it Hawkins? It is not. Tip back up and in by Cleland.
Cleland right there with a nice follow.
Cleland with the bucket, Meese with the pass, and count those two up for Brian Blunier.
Oh, Eureka's so quick moving the ball, pushing the ball. They're always pushing it at you on the offensive end.
So no advantage early. Glad to have you along on the IHSA television network. Dagner forces another one, and Keppel comes down with an easy rebound. So Dagner's 0 for 2. This Keppel kid hustles. He's been in press row more than once during this tournament, diving for loose balls. Meese cross court to Brayman, but it gets away, and the turnover gives Pinckneyville a chance to take the lead. Brett Clellan. This is Decker for 3, in and out, and the rebound belongs to Keppel. Both teams a little cold at the start. All the way down is Blunier, and it's knocked away by a very hustling Shane Hawkins.
Yeah, Hawkins saved the basket right there.
Pinckneyville came into this tournament rated 4 in the final poll. Of course, they're looking for their second state tournament title. They won one back in 1948. And as we alluded to earlier, here's a nice pass inside to Brayman. He should deal in there, and it's blocked. But a foul on Andrew Dagner.
Brayman's so active on the inside. Very, very active.
Eureka rated number 6 in the final poll. Of course, the ratings don't mean anything tonight because what it boils down to, Greg Sterick, is we have number 1 and number 2 on the floor.
It's one game right now.
That's right.
These are the only 2 teams playing, or that are even left in Class A basketball, and they're playing for all the marbles, the state championship.
And the real story, of course, is that Eureka hadn't even won a regional title since 1942, but that man brought them through the regional, the sectional, and now Tim Meese and his Hornets are here. I talked to him right before the game. Free throw, putting Eureka up 4-2, and I said, well, what's your approach to this game? How you feeling? He said, you know, there was a great sunset tonight in Champaign, and I looked at that big orange ball, and I told my coaches, let's never forget this night. Clellan, in and out. Rebound fought for nicely, and back up and in is Andrew Dagner.
Well, the sophomore battling hard. Good inside position. Nice stick back by Dagner.
Steinbeck can shoot from the outside, but he's shut off by Dagner. So Dagner is 1 of 3 on the night. As you see the bald head of Nathaniel Myers get it inside to Brayman, but the left hook not there. Clellan with a nice rebound, and he stepped out of bounds. But the ball is going to go over to Eureka. And Clellan saying I was forced out by Keppel, but that is not the call.
And Wettstein checks into the basketball game for Eureka, and what a basketball game he had this afternoon. Off the bench, 16 points and 10 rebounds.
We're tied early here. 5:21 remaining in the first quarter, and we've got a 5-second call. Nathaniel Meese couldn't find an open teammate.
Well, that's defense right there. That's pressure defense by Pinckneyville.
Both these clubs depend on balance. Both these clubs depend on defense, and they both like to pick up the pace. All the way is Clellan in and out, and the rebound's headed out of bounds. Dagner saves it. And that's over and back as Decker just picked it up to make sure that Eureka wouldn't pick it up and go in for two.
Blunier on the assignment of checking Hawkins. Blunier, the best defensive man for Eureka.
James Sanders and, of course, Don DeLue getting the call for the championship game tonight. That's an honor for the officials as well. A lot of memories being made here tonight. Meese forces the matter, and Decker will be called with a block.
Meese, a good ball enter, takes it back through his legs right there. And Meese on the dribble drive, and Decker just didn't get there. A good call that time, and Decker picked up the personal foul, and we're tied at 4-all.
Our first time out of the game. One of your network sponsors is Country Companies.
Prior to the game, both head coaches, Dick Horn and Tim Meese, wrapping up ankles of players. Both coaches, both team players mingling in the same locker room, and we're pretty loose before the game. It looks like they're finally getting that out of their system now here midway through the first quarter.
Thanks, Joe. Both teams tight concerning the field goal percentages.
Yeah, Pinckneyville only 2 of 8, 25%. Eureka 1 for 5, that's 20%.
Blunier on the right wing trying to free himself up, and does. Heads for the glass, and he'll go to the free throw line. Almost a three-point play that time for Eureka. He really worked for that shot.
Well, Eureka just has lots of quickness. All their players are so quick, and they really take it to the glass. Nice crossover dribble. Decker for the steal right there after he'd beaten Decker. Dagner a little slow getting there to give that good weak side help, and Dagner picked up the personal foul, his second personal foul.
And there is not one man you can concentrate on Eureka defensively. Since the Sweet 16 began, Steinbeck has averaged 9 points a game, Meese 10, Bremen 12, Keppel 10, Blunier at the line 7, and Wettstein coming off the bench averaging 11. That is balance.
Their chief asset's been their balanced attack.
Hawkins in a hurry. He's a great ball handler, and he can hang and hit that shot, but not this time. Out of there with it comes Blunier. Blunier looking across to Wettstein. Wettstein lost the handle, goes up, can't hit it. Rebound won by Pinckneyville. Coming out of there with it was Dagner.
Both ball clubs want to really push the ball up the floor quick.
Dagner from 12. Nope, rebound Keppel. And you look at the rebounding averages for the Hornets of Eureka, and the rebounds go pretty much the same way as the points. Wettstein simply took his eye off the ball, and that's the turnover.
We got two awful good sophomores playing in this basketball game. Speaking of Dagner on the inside, and also Wettstein rebounds Eureka with the edge at 8-5.
Wettstein goes out, and not because of the turnover. Dave Steinbeck was scheduled to come in anyway. Clellan back in the ball game. Of course, here's way outside, and it is not there. Shot won't go that time either.
Well, Pinckneyville a good job keeping the basketball alive on the offensive glass, tipping around, and Ryan Bruns a good job on the offensive glass. He's a good rebounder from his guard position. You'll see right there, Bruns takes it in strong right there, gives a nice pump fake right there. Keppel goes up, and he just hammers him on the play. And Bruns is going to go for the line, and on the year, 62%, 53 of 86.
Jason Lane checks in now. Keppel goes out. Lane is kind of a brother in arms with Mr. Nathaniel Meese. They both shaved their heads to the core Thursday night down here in Champaign, and of course they thought it would bring them luck, and so far it's held true. Both free throws come up empty, and Bremen comes out of there with a rebound. Meese on the run.
Now Pinckneyville, a team that shoots 68% from the stripe. A little tight early in the ball game, very tight, both teams.
Wettstein down low, puts it up too hard. Bremen has the rebound, and undercutting him was Dagner.
That's 3 personal fouls on the sophomore Dagner. And Dick Corn's going to have to go to his bench. 3 personal fouls, and we still have 3:30 left here in the first quarter.
That's trouble. I believe I may have said a couple of minutes ago that Wettstein went out, but it was Blunier who went out. And now on the inbound, Meese gets it back on the baseline. Steinbeck hit a couple of threes early today to get Eureka off on the right foot. Raymond with the half hook, it won't fall.
So the team fouls there. Pinckneyville with 4, and Eureka with only 1.
Bruins bringing it up floor. The crowd hungry for some offense, and you see this happen a lot, Greg, after those semifinal games. Both teams come out a little tight in the first quarter. In the championship game, Hawkins lost it. Meese 2-on-1 over to Steinbeck, in and out. Tipped by Weinstein, won't go. And Pinckneyville's fortunate to get out of there without being down by 4. Clellan up top. Decker doesn't want it. Clellan almost traveled. And Decker for 3, in and out. Rebound, Hawkins up in it.
Nice offensive rebound by Hawkins. A nice pass by Hawkins. Skipped it over the top of the D to Decker, and Decker did get the shot at the ball. Both ball clubs, though, really playing tough on the defensive end.
We're tied at 6. This is a low-scoring affair, but the tension is certainly there. 2:20 remaining here in the first quarter. Eureka beat Riverton in the quarterfinals. St. Martin de Porres this afternoon. Meese hanging and not hitting, and the rebound is knocked around, picked up nicely underneath by Wettstein.
Well, Wettstein over the offensive glass. He's a garbage man. Has a knack for always being around the basketball. Had 10 rebounds this afternoon. That time all over the offensive boards. Nice putback to give his ball club a 2-point lead at 8-6.
Summer into the ball game. Oh, that freshman year.
Summer was a starter for a while for Pinckneyville's ball club earlier in the year. You know, once you go to the bench and you're a senior, who knows? You know, sometimes you just take it in the tank, and that's sure not the case with Summer. He's come out and played awful good basketball, and I think that's a credit to Pinckneyville's program.
Clellan got a nice pass from Ryan Bruns, and Pinckneyville has the lead at 10-8. It was Bruns setting up the dish with the penetration. Keppel for 3.
Write that one down. Keppel, long range, drains the 3 to give his ball club the lead at 11-10. Shootout we got here.
And you almost get the feeling that that's the way it's going to be all night long.
Yeah, I feel the tenseness being gone.
Yeah. Number 42 out there for Pinckneyville is Garrison Rule. He plays a lot. Dick Corn goes about 2 deep onto the bench. Clellan can't shake free on the baseline. Good head fake by Rule, but nothing there. Here's Summer down low. He'll go up and hit it.
Oh, he just attacked inside. Summer, a spin move with the left hand. Takes it up over Steinbeck. 2 baskets now for Summer off the bench.
And if you weren't with us during the quarterfinals, it was Summer who sank 2 key baskets in the final minute to upend Totopoulos, who came in undefeated. Wettstein got it back, 10 seconds, and they'll have to go. Keppel looks for Wettstein, who looks for the hoop and doesn't hit it. Rebound out long, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. They've got to hurry. Will he get it off? He will. Will it count? No, not if it doesn't find the net. The first quarter is history, and we've got a good championship game. We'll return after these local messages. Both teams started out a little tight on the offensive end, but they loosened up.
Well, Keppel knocked down a big 3, a big shot for his basketball team. It was his 52nd 3-point shot of the year, and he got his ball club back to within 1. It's Pinckneyville at 12, Eureka at 11, but a big shot by Matt Keppel. He's a good 3-point shooter, shoots 40% from 3-point territory on the year. The stats writer, 38% field goals. Pinckneyville only 19% for Eureka. Free throws, Eureka with edge, 4-4. Second chance points, 6 for Pinckneyville and 2 for Eureka. Eureka very, very cold from field goal shooting, 19%, 38% for Pinckneyville.
After the stutter step out front by Keppel, Pinckneyville returns the turnover favor. That one got away from Mr. Rule. You think Eureka's used to tight games? First game went down to the last second. Of course, they were in another tight one today. And this one promises to be just as tight. Meese looking for a high pick, but it's not there. Good defense by Hawkins. Jason Lane down the lane, and we may have a block, and we do.
I think you got to give the edge quickness-wise to Eureka. They're very quick, especially Meese off of that drive. Rule's got to give him a little room. You know, challenge him, let him see if he wants to shoot that shot from outside. He's got to back off of him and take away that penetration. You can't let Meese penetrate and look to dish.
Now, if there's anybody left in Pinckneyville tonight, they all know the name Duster Thomas, and what Dick Korn is trying to do tonight is join Duster's company in the legend department, because back in 1948 it was Duster Thomas and crew winning the state championship. That of classes. Keppel's baseline attempt is shut down, so we'll come to the other side. We're just underway here in the second quarter. Jim Albrecht along with Greg Sterick, hoping you're enjoying the championship game. The turnaround by Bremen couldn't find the net, and here comes Hawkins, who was getting kind of quiet offensively.
Well, only 2 points in the ball game. Speaking of Shane Hawkins, 1 of 3.
Here's Summer again. That hook won't go. And Meese has the rebound. Meese is quick. Way outside, in and out. Rebound Summer, who had good position, and then he's fouled by Brian Blunier.
I like the defense that time by Garrison Rule. He'd been beaten off the dribble drive. See, he just backed off of him and challenged him to shoot it from the outside. And Nathaniel Meese, a 34% shooter from three-point range, but he's so effective for his ball club. He makes things happen on the offensive end with his dribble penetration.
Checking in now is Dave Steinbeck, and checking out is Jason Lane. That's what Tim Meese. I asked him before the game, do you consider yourself a Cinderella? He said, heck no. We thought we could get here. We're no Cinderella. Staunton played that role last year, but these are two fine clubs living up to their own expectations. Hawkins hanging and not getting it. Rebound nicely to Blunier. Blunier all the way across court, but Keppel better wait for help. No, he wants 3. He missed it badly. Bremen had the rebound, lost it. Now it's on the floor. Blunier finds Bremen, who finds Keppel, who is fouled, and I don't think that will count.
Fouled him before the shot. They're going to wipe that basket off. They fouled him before the shot.
I really like the way Keppel plays the game. He's always coming at the ball. There you see Blunier scrambling.
Yeah, good hustle play by Rule, too. And there's the pass right there. Bremen, a good look, a good passer for a big guy, and Keppel was fouled on the play.
Right back down, low post. Steinbeck, the senior who averages 7, puts his club up by 1 as we go back and forth at the Hall in Champaign.
Steinbeck's got a soft touch, so a good shooter, shoots 53% from the floor, and that's where he's very effective when he can square up and hit that turnaround jumper.
Rule wants the lane, and he will go to the free throw line. At 5'11", 180, Rule is built for comfort, not necessarily for speed. When he wants to go somewhere, you better get in front of him, or otherwise you're going to have to send him to the free throw line, and that's where he's at now. Not a great free throw shooter, about 56% on the year.
33 of 60 on the year, but he does a good job penetrating with the basketball, but he's very, very steady and a very heads-up basketball player.
Chet Rickey checking in for Eureka as Brian Blunier sits down. Rickey wears number 50. And Ryan Bruns now checking in for Pinckneyville as Matt Decker takes a seat.
Coach Korn of Pinckneyville doing a good job utilizing his bench. He knows that Eureka does a good job using their bench, so they're going to their bench early in this ball game.
We are tied at 13s. Nathaniel Meese. Don't call him Nate, call him Nathaniel. There's no short name for him. Low post again. Steinbeck is open, and he makes him pay.
So when he catches it down that deep, Jim, he's so quick to the basket. But really gets up high, keeps the ball up over his head. Got a nice soft touch on the inside. Pinckneyville with the numbers here. Good look.
Runs quickly to Summer, and he's fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. Bruns did what the guard has to do, find the middle and then hit the wing, and he did it perfectly, and this kid's playing a game.
Yeah, Pinckneyville had the numbers on the break. They were able to beat the pressure. They beat the pressure by getting the basketball in the middle of the floor, and then it was Bruns who took it up the other way, and then Summer, a great finish on the play. See, Bruns runs with his head up. A nice look there. Summer, a good job running the lane, and a nice finish by Summer. Now he looks to complete the three-point play.
You know what Summer said to the reporters after they asked him, how did the shot feel when you beat Totopoulos? He said, oh, why don't you guys go talk to somebody else? He doesn't like the limelight, but he likes that area around the rim tonight. Chet Rickey with the basketball out front. This game has been back and forth. Brayman passes it down low to Keppel, over the head and off the glass.
Good look inside. A tough shot by Keppel on the play. Good shot by Keppel. Eureka now the 1-point lead at 17-16.
Almost an over and back by Garrison Rule. Some folks thought he was, but the two guys with whistles didn't.
Those other people didn't have a black and white shirt on, did they?
Clellan up top. Or Summer. He's cutting across the lane looking. Hawkins is short on the three-point attempt and it'll head out of bounds. But Hawkins got there, but did he step out of bounds before he threw it off Eureka? No, they say he saved it off a Eureka player. That's good hustle.
Well, Eureka's done a good job on Hawkins, though. They've really taken Hawkins out of the offensive flow by denying him the basketball.
It's anybody's championship game. One of your network sponsors is All Sport. The Country Company's three-point showdown is brought to you by Country Company's Insurance. When it matters most, the country's behind you. All that ARC action begins at 6 p.m. March 17th in the prelims. And then, of course, live coverage Saturday and Saturday night. Country Company's the king of the hill crown. Here's Keppel.
Yeah, you want to see a nice three? That's Matt Keppel there from long range. It's nothing but the bottom of the net for Matt Keppel.
Pinckneyville trailing by one, but they have the ball back by virtue of a good hustling play by Hawkins.
Both ball clubs very cold, 35% and 27%.
Clellan down low to Hawkins. He's in trouble, surrounded by two people. Gets it over to Summer, but that's 3 seconds in the lane. Summer had to wait too long for the pass to come his way.
Well, there's a reason for this poor field goal shooting by both basketball teams. Pinckneyville at 35%, 27% for Eureka. You know, once again, these two ball clubs get it done on the defensive end. They're very solid defensively, very sound fundamentally, both very well coached.
Tim Meese said he'll run with them if they get into that kind of game. Nathaniel Meese's son misses, and Steinbeck make that. Wetstein was crashing the board. He is fouled from behind.
He does such a good job battling on the inside, getting that good inside position.
Brian Blunier will check back in, as will Matt Decker.
I see the good inside position there by Wetstein. He had the inside position, and Brett Clellan goes over the back and picked up the personal foul.
Chet Rickey out for Eureka, and Garrison Rule out for Pinckneyville. This man shoots about 60% from the stripe. Free throws are big every game, every minute, but as you might expect, they seem to magnify on a night like this.
And Eureka's got the edge early in the ball game. At the free throw line, they're 6 of 6 now. Pinckneyville 2 of 5. 6 of 6 though for Eureka.
Eureka with a 3-point lead. That seems huge in this game the way it's gone.
I think Pinckneyville's got to get Hawkins into the flow. See, good defense by Blunier. He's their best defensive player. He's just shutting off Hawkins. They're denying him the basketball.
Clellan from way outside can't get it. The rebound comes down to Wetstein. And Eureka making a push here to take a 5-point lead. They're leaving Meese open. He'll kick it right back out to Wetstein. This is what Keppel likes to do, work isolated. He won't get that shot to fall, but Wetstein's there.
And see, no one's keeping Wetstein off the offensive glass. Everybody's watching the shot go up, and Pinckneyville players aren't turning and checking. Wetstein slips in, gets another stick back.
Decker over to Summer, hangs and hits. Who is that masked man? It's back to a 3-point game. They like to run this play. As a matter of fact, this is the play that they used to beat Riverton in the final seconds. Going to the baseline is Blunier, but Summer says, get out of here. Over on the wing, it is Bruns.
Nice pass from Clellan. Good job by Bruns. Filling the lane, and then Clellan with a nice bounce pass.
Well, Eureka had a 5-point lead, but that's gone. It's down to a single digit now. Well, they hustle in a lot of fresh bodies in this game. That pass intended for Brayman, but he had turned his back to go across the lane to set a pick. Hawkins from about 20.
Ooh. Hawkins finally hits the three to give his ball club a 2-point lead at 23-21. Hawkins now 2 of 6 from the floor, 1 from 3, 3-point land.
There's the pick and roll, and Meese goes down, and he won't get it to fall, but he'll go to the free throw line, and he's a little upset with himself because he would like to have that back. That Hawkins three was the genuine item.
Well, Hawkins can light it up from 3-point range. He's a good shooter inside. Look at Meese. Good give-and-go basketball right there. Good body control by Meese. You know, when Eureka needs a big play, it's usually Meese that steps up and makes something happen for him on the offensive end.
Did you see that reaction after the miss? That is the same reaction his mom had when he came home with a shaved head. Honest. She said, "Oh, what have you done to all your beautiful hair?" And Nathaniel Meese said, "Mom, it'll grow back. Don't worry about it. This is special. This is a trip to Champaign." 23-23 with 1:55 remaining here in the first half. This one has been as advertised. It's a pick'em kind of game. Cleland wants to go down low, but it's knocked out of there by a hustling Matt Keppel. I like the way that kid plays.
Well, I like the way Eureka plays on the defensive end.
Driving, Blunier, and he is shut off there. Brett Cleland can't believe they called the foul on him, but he's called with the block.
It's because of the quickness once again of Eureka. What they love to do is just penetrate with the basketball. It's either Meese out high or one of their players. They love to penetrate and look to kick out. They're spending a lot of time at that free throw line, and they're 8 of 8 from the stripe.
They shoot 68% as a team on the year. Not a statistician, but I know that more teams have won games at the free throw line than they have from the three-point line. I know that. The three-point line gets all the glory, but the free throw line gets it done.
The free throw line's been very good in Eureka. They're 9 of 9. Pinckneyville 2 of 5. Speaking of threes, Pinckneyville only 1 of 7 from three-point territory.
And you know, playing 2 games in one day may have something to do with that, Greg, because three-point shots start with the legs, and if you get a little tired, you can get a little bit off.
Yeah, but I think Pinckneyville's had a chance to get a lot of rest.
Yeah.
Hawkins scored all of his points in the semis in the first half. He had a big ball game, had 22 points, but they all came in the first half. They got a lot of rest. They had an easy one in the semis.
Hawkins' legs looked good there when he went up to get that pass. Rule over to Summer. That's easy. Garrison Rule's not fancy about it, but he's getting it done, and it's back to 25s. Will they hang for one shot? I doubt it. They've got plenty of time left. Oh, a bad pass, and taking it away is Ryan Bruns. One-on-one, count it.
Defense creates instant offense. A nice play that time by Bruns. A nice finish on the play. Pinckneyville up by 2.
Yeah, he beat Keppel down there. Keppel stride for stride. Jumper out front. Won't go down by Blunier, and we've got a whistle and a foul. Looks like Weckstein will pick up the personal.
Nice job by Bruns as they went real hard to the defensive boards. This ball game's really been dominated on the glass. That's been a big factor here in the ball game because Eureka's done a good job going to glass. They're out rebounding Pinckneyville by 4, 18 to 14.
35 seconds remaining here in the first half. Pinckneyville probably, if they can work their way through this pressure, will just sit on it for one. And usually Hawkins gets his hands on the ball in this kind of situation.
Or they set something up with some kind of penetration. I think Hawkins wants the last shot here of the half.
Here we go with 12 seconds left in the first half from Assembly Hall. Hawkins spots a man in down low. And a foul up top by Nathaniel Meese. I tell you, Bruns has really turned it on in the final 2 minutes of the first half. He's in the middle of everything.
Well, he's always very active on the defensive end. He's their best defensive basketball player. He usually gets assigned to check on the opponent's best guard or small forward out on the floor. But he's the guy that really gets the job done on the defensive end. Really not known as a scorer, but he averages 8 points per ball game and also 4 rebounds.
The 1-1 does not go, and I think we've got a lane violation here. Yep, we've got a lane violation on Eureka.
I think Blunier got in too quick, and I think Blunier feels like he was pushed on the play, and head coach Tim Meese also feels like he was pushed on the play right there.
Yeah, he just fell in.
Just fell into the lane.
Yeah.
Bruns missed the free throw. Now he's going to get another opportunity.
That looked like a C6 sailor, didn't it? Just trying to find some land. Another one, and he makes him pay for it. It's the little things that add up during the course of a championship game. Now, for all intents and purposes, Eureka should have been coming down trying to tie, but now they'll be down by 4 if Bruns sinks this one. He does not. Rebound nicely by Wettstein. Meese in a hurry. Meese looks up, sees the clock, sees a man open. Can Blunier get rid of it? He does. He'll go to the free throw line. I'll be darned.
Oh, a great look, wasn't it, by Nathaniel Meese? A great look. Blunier, a good job running the floor. He's going to have an opportunity to go to the free throw line now and shoot 2. There's the pass by Nathaniel Meese right there. You can see the clock right there. See how Blunier runs the floor so well. Summers had such a good first half of action, and Summer picked up the personal foul, and for Summer, his second personal foul.
That foul came with no time left on the clock. And it's back to a 2-point ball game. A free throw when you're all by yourself really shouldn't be any different than a free throw in a regular portion of the game, but to some people it is. 1 of 2. So we head to the tunnel. Eureka gets the final point of the half, but Pinckneyville has the say so far, but not by much. 28-26 is our score. There you see Eureka Hornets coach Tim Meese headed to the tunnel. We'll be talking with Dick Korn here momentarily, who's looking for career win number 430. This one would be the sweetest of all. Joe Passion standing by. Joe?
Well, Dick, the Panthers going with the deuce on top, and considering how closely this game has been played and how Shane Hawkins really hasn't lit up the nets yet, I guess this is an even first half. What do you do to turn things around?
Well, I'm happy to be 2 ahead, no better than we played. First of all, we haven't gone to war on the backboards. We've given them too many easy things there, and we haven't played a very smart first half either. Very impatient to start the basketball game, and now we've settled into a little better rhythm of play. We're still not attacking their press. We're holding back. And to be honest with you, we're playing not to lose rather than to win. We're going to try to get that changed around the second half.
All right, thanks, Dick. Have a great second half. Dick Korn and his ball club up by a deuce here at the half of our Boys A championship basketball game in Illinois, and we will be back right after these messages from your local Ford dealer. We are back live at Assembly Hall. Championship basketball night here in Champaign. And at the break, it's a 2-point lead for the Panthers of Pinckneyville in their battle for the state championship with the Hornets of Eureka. And we will be back with Governor Jim Edgar, as well as highlights and stats from the first half and trophy presentations for the Consolation game. All coming up here at the half of our championship game. We'll be back after these local messages. 2 classic small towns from separate parts of the state of Illinois are battling it out for the boys Class A basketball championship. Pinckneyville leading here by a deuce over Eureka at the half. Joe Passion back with you. Very pleased and privileged to have with us Governor Jim Edgar, one of the biggest basketball fans in the state of Illinois. And, you know, last year we talked about the Pittsfield team that was here and Staunton and all the other great small schools that have won. Now we've got 2 in the same game. Your love of small town basketball kind of sets off in this game.
Well, this is what basketball is all about. And I know in these 2 communities and around these communities, this is the most exciting thing that's probably happened in years. So it's good to be here. It's good to see a close game, and you just wish both teams could win.
And the irony, too, Governor, is that in the Consolation game, won by Chicago, St. Martin de Porres over Rockford Lutheran, 2 of the largest communities in the state.
Well, I think it goes to show that in high school basketball in Illinois, it doesn't matter how big the school is or how big the community. It's how big the hearts are of these basketball players.
Now, you and your wife, Brenda, have always made a real strong point of your emphasis on health and, you know, kids and education. And this tournament, in so many ways, seems to exemplify that.
Well, the state basketball tournament, when I grew up, Brenda grew up, this was always the ultimate to be able to come here. And I think it teaches kids that discipline, hard work, there are rewards for that, and coming to the Assembly Hall is one of those rewards.
Now, for those of our viewers out there that know you're a big basketball fan, knew you grew up around Charleston there, but what was your position and what kind of player were you? You can be honest with us.
Well, I played forward. I wasn't a good enough ball handler to be guard, and I wasn't tall enough to be center. I really probably played more bench than I did forward, but I enjoyed it. I did a little better in football than basketball, but we played it all year round, as these kids do, and we never made it to the Assembly Hall, though.
Well, you're here now. We're glad to have you here.
Good to be here.
Thank you, Governor. And he'll be, of course, representing the state here. And Governor Jim Edgar will be giving out the 3rd and 4th place presentations and the Sportsman's Award. Thank you, Governor, for being here. And we'll be back with more of our second half championship action from Assembly Hall and America's original March Madness.
That concludes the award ceremony. Congratulations to both.
Back live at Assembly Hall, the consolation trophies and medallions being given out at center court for the 3rd place game played prior to this championship game, where you see our halftime score. The Panthers leading here by a deuce. The 4th place trophy presented by the Illinois High School Association after a great tournament here. Rockford Lutheran and their veteran coach, one of the more lovable men, John McDougall, his captains, Eric Clark, on the Rutgers, but he'll remember this day as one of the most memorable in his high school playing career.
This year received the 3rd place trophy.
And the 3rd place trophy, Jerry G., who hasn't committed to a college as of yet. A lot of people are hoping from different major college towns around the country, but this too will be one of those great high school memories. St. Martin de Porres of Chicago winning the 3rd place trophy in the consolation game played just moments ago. And to recap the first half, let's send it back over to center court to Greg Sterick and Jim Albrecht.
Thanks a lot, Joe Passion. We are still in anybody's ball game land, just the way we started. Eureka, of course, down by 2 at the half. Pinckneyville with the edge, but not a certain rhythm yet developed in this game, is there, Greg?
Well, both ball clubs really started out shooting the basketball rather cold from the outside. The ball clubs seem to be very, very tight, and you're right. There hadn't been any real rhythm established by either one of these ball clubs. If you're Pinckneyville, you got to do a much better job going to the glass. So you got to get on the boards a little bit harder, but Pinckneyville really got a lift, I thought, out of Summer off the bench. Jim, Summer had 11 points in the first half off the bench. Pinckneyville only 1 of 7 from 3-point territory, so the threes weren't really a factor. If you look at Eureka, where they were very effective, they ran offense. They were very effective on the half court. They also were able to shoot free throws very, very effectively. They were 11 of 12 from the free throw line.
Well, we'll take a look at some of those first half highlights and show you stats, but right now, let's see how the Eureka coach feels about things at the break. Joe Passion?
All right, thanks very much, Jim. Jim, you're in the locker room. How do you kind of step up that offense and keep the defensive pressure still on?
Well, you know, I told the boys that even though things didn't go our way, that we were still 2 points down. I think that defense, we had to make more of an adjustment. They were penetrating and kicking. We're going to try to make 42 finish instead of letting the big kid finish. And then offensively, I just think we need to work a little bit harder at getting our open shots. I feel confident. We've had some good shots, and some of them haven't gone. So I think we're right in the game.
All right, Coach, have a great second half. We're looking forward to it.
Thank you very much.
All right, Jim Meese and Eureka down by just a deuce here at the break. And let's send it back over to center court to Greg and Jim.
Well, both these teams started out slowly on the offensive end of things, but they're both known for their defense. Let's take a look at when things started to pick up with a Pinckneyville bucket, Greg.
Well, Hawkins with a skip pass over the top. Decker throws a shot up from the outside, a 3-point shot. Doesn't fall, spins out. Hawkins right there on the offensive glass, and Hawkins gets an offensive rebound, a nice stick back for his ball club. Good ball movement here by Eureka, and the shot goes up from the outside as Keppel knocks down a 3-point shot.
Pinckneyville on the run.
Well, Pinckneyville right here, just a nice, well-executed break right there. Ryan Bruns with the assist. Jared Summer doing a good job running the floor, and a nice finish by the big fella.
Back on the other side of the ball.
Yeah, that's Garrison Rule. A little penetration move to who else? the big fella, Summer, right there, and Summer gets a nice stick back. Summer with 11 points off the bench in the first half.
And if they ever needed him, they need him tonight, because the starting center, Andrew Dagner, of course, in foul trouble with 3. The stats at the break brought to you by the Dairy Farm families of Wisconsin and Illinois. Mel, it does a body good.
Well, Pinckneyville shot the basketball a 46% clip, 26% for Eureka, only 7 of 27. The story was at the line, 11 of 12 for Eureka, only 3 of 7 for Pinckneyville. 3-point field goals, really not a factor, but in the rebound department, Eureka all over the glass. They out-rebound Pinckneyville by 5, 19 to 14. Turnovers, dead even at 6.
Before the game, when I talked with Eureka coach Tim Meese, he said, hey, if Hawkins comes out here and did what he did this afternoon in the semifinal game, lights out, it's over. Well, Hawkins has not done that because of the Eureka defense, so we're just about even Steven as we head to the last half of the basketball season in Class A. We'll return for it after these local messages. 10 young men take the court for the second half here at Assembly Hall. 28-26, Pinckneyville leading it by the bucket. Leading scorers, as you can tell, Summer leading the way.
With 11 points, Bruns with 6.
Same starting 5 for both units. This is Matt Decker with the basketball.
And Hawkins was held to only 5 in the first half.
Hawkins will kick it right back out up top. This is Brett Cleland wearing number 30. In the middle is Andrew Dagner playing with 3 personal fouls. Cleland for 3. Too hard, but it comes out long to Decker. Up top they go. Decker switches it over to the wing. Hanging is Cleland, and hitting is Brett Cleland for a 4-point edge for Pinckneyville.
Now Cullen able to get that basket because Pinckneyville was able to keep it alive on the offensive end. They went the offensive boards hard.
It's hard to rebound against a team that shoots a lot of 3-pointers because of those long rebounds. Here's Keppel way outside, in and out. Meese has the rebound. He's triple teamed. He lost it out of bounds. Last touch by Pinckneyville. Now, you can get great position on a rebound, but if it's going to bounce out about 17 feet, your position means nothing.
Yeah, you're right. A lot of rebounds that come off with shots from 3-point range are long rebounds.
Nathaniel Meese, the leading scorer, goes inside to Bremen. He pulls his way in off the glass and makes it.
See, Dagner's playing with 3 personal fouls. So very alertly, they take it right at him. Bremen, a nice move on the inside, and Dagner really couldn't contest it.
That's right. Cleland right back out to Bruns. And this is Dagner, double team, spins, hits. Nice touch.
Dagner with 4 points in the ballgame. Nice turnaround jumper.
Dave Steinbeck wears number 44. They go down low again, right to Bremen. They'll make it pay.
See, they're getting him awful easy on the inside. Dagner's got to make a decision. If you're going to front, somebody's got to give him some weak side help, but they're really attacking at Dagner because of the 3 personal fouls.
Bruns has a number here, 3-on-3, gets it to Dagner, who is blocked on his way to the hole, and it looks like Bremen may have picked up the personal. Let's see.
It is Bremen. That's his 3rd personal foul. Bruns with the basketball there. Nice dish right there. Dagner, quick move. Yeah, see, Bremen just didn't slide to take the charge and picked up the personal foul.
Hawkins wants 3, doesn't get what he wants, and the rebound comes down to Bremen. So both big men, big in terms of Class A anyway, in foul trouble. Dagner with 3, and as you heard Greg Sturrick just tell you, Bremen also with 3 on that side of the scoreboard. Steinbeck driving, nice shot. Dave Steinbeck with a running hook.
Tough shot on the inside by Steinbeck.
Well, guess what, Greg Sturrick? It's tied again, 32 all.
Just what we anticipated the game to be. Both these ball clubs very evenly matched.
Bruns forces matters. Behind the back, gets it blocked by Keppel, but they say Keppel got a little bit more than basketball. That's a nice move by Bruns, wasn't it?
Now, Bruns made that happen himself. Watch the behind-the-back dribble right there. Bruns, not really known as a creator on the offensive end. That time he created something for himself. He was fouled on the play by Keppel, and he's going to go to the line, and Bruns on the year at 62%.
That's Keppel's 2nd personal.
And in the ball game, Ryan Bruns with 5 points, looking for number 6, 2 free throw opportunities.
Got the first one.
Pinckneyville's only shooting 50% from the line. They're 4 of 8. And on the other side of the ledger, Eureka still 11 of 12.
Wetstein getting set to check back in. That one got the kind roll, and with 5:40 remaining here in the third quarter, you see Bob Wetstein checking in. He's only a sophomore, but he's their main man off the bench, averaging 9 points and 6 rebounds a contest. Around the perimeter they go. Chet Rickey is checked into the ball game for Coach Tim Meese. He wears number 50. He has the ball in the left wing.
With this lineup in the ball game for Pinckneyville, see Bruns has got to go inside and check Brayman.
Brayman with a wild shot. Decker comes out of there with a rebound. They're on the run to Bruns. Bruns spins, gets it blocked from behind by Brayman, and that was a brave move with 3 personals.
Well, it's a great hustle play and a great block on the play, but Pinckneyville, with the lineup that they have in the basketball game, they've got to do some different things matchup-wise. A good lead pass right there is Bruns with the basketball, taking it strong to glass, but a great hustle play is Matt Brayman with a good block.
I think he got all leather on that one, huh? Keppel will check out. Lane is in for Eureka. Hawkins with a wild shot, but he'll send himself to the line.
Yeah, Ricky picked up the personal foul.
Hawkins had 488 shot attempts coming into tonight. That doesn't count his 3-pointers. So he's the man they count on. Of course, if you average 22 points a ball game, you're gonna get some field goal attempts.
He spent a lot of time at the free throw line too. 175 attempts from the stripe.
I love what Nathaniel Meese said after the quarterfinal game. He's a pretty good free throw shooter, but in that particular game, he was having a horrendous afternoon. He said, I was throwing up so many bricks from the free throw line, I could have built a dream house. 16-year-old quotable kid, Nathaniel Meese, in Pinckneyville now. Up by 4, wild pass. Meese saves it and scores!
Lane's going to get that basket, Jim. That was Lane.
Oh, was it?
Lane with the basket.
You know, I got the bald heads mixed up there. Lane and Meese, of course, both with shaved heads, and all I saw was that bald head flash into the hole. So give the basket to Jason Lane. Dagner left alone. It was almost as if Eureka was daring him to take the shot. Meese, will anybody stop him? This is Lane. And this is Meese. In and out. Decker has a man up front. It's Hawkins. Decker all the way. No. Ball tipped out high, and Cleland gets it back. Hawkins spots a man underneath, but it's slapped away. Dagner gets it back and scores.
Nice pickup that time by Dagner. Then he slipped inside. Hawkins spotted him inside. The ball was deflected, and a nice pickup that time by Dagner.
Both these coaches run people in and out of the game. Every minute or a minute 30, there's 1 or 2 fresh faces in there. Wetstein down to Brayman. He should score, but he will be fouled instead.
Oh, nice
little scoop, huh?
Oh, nice move by Brayman. Watch Brayman right here. See how he gets Dagner up there, and then it's an up and under move right there by Brayman. And Brayman able to go up and under like that, and Dagner now with 4 personal fouls, and Summer's going to have to get back into the basketball game for Pinckneyville, and Dagner's going to check out.
And I don't know if that's good or bad, the way Sumner was playing. For Eureka, Sumner had 11 points in the first half. Most of those coming after Dagner got into foul trouble, and you see Andrew Dagner take a seat, and you see Matt Brayman make the free throw and make it a 3-point contest again.
Brayman's a good post man. He's a nice post-up player. He's got nice moves on the inside. He's a very skilled player on the inside.
That free throw a little flat, but it got the job done. We're breaking away. It was a 2-point deficit at the half. It's still there for Eureka. One of your network sponsors is Pepsi.
I was not kidding when I said earlier that most of Eureka and Pinckneyville, Illinois have closed down. In fact, Ed Wiegand, a plumbing contractor, I understand your business closed down.
It sure did. We've been following these kids for 5 years to get to this point, and we do anything to be here.
Took the weekend off, and John and Janice own Luke's Cafe in Pinckneyville, and you're closed too.
Yeah, we wanted to close and show the boys we was going to be here for them and wish them good luck.
All right, congratulations. Thanks for being down here. Get back and open those stores up. Back to the game.
Well, the boys are doing just fine from the outside. It is Brett Cleland. Cleland now gives gives his team a 4-point advantage. Up top, Wettstein left alone, and he's rejected. That was supposed to be a pass. Hustling after it is Jason Lane. This is Meese with a behind-the-back dribble. Hawkins almost came up and picked it out of there. Meese was fortunate to get it back for 3.
Oh, a big 3 that time by Nathaniel Meese. Big hoop for Eureka right there.
You know, he almost lost it, somehow got it back, and suddenly it's a 1-point game again. Compliments of the coach's son, Mr. Meese.
He always steps up to take the big shot.
Clellan on the wing will go up top. Hawkins, that's his shot. Tit for tat from outside the arc.
Well, he answered with a 3. Answer time.
Blunier looking for somebody cutting. Finds Brayman, who finds the net. Oh, was that Steinbeck? I apologize. That was Dave Steinbeck, number 44. Brayman has set down for the time being. This is Clellan again, head faking, getting it blocked by Steinbeck, but Clellan gets it right back. In the middle it goes. Nice pass to Bruns. Ryan Bruns with the 2.
Yeah, nice look that time by Clellan. Bruns a good job finding the open spot.
Meese in a hurry, got it. Nathaniel Meese driving and throwing up an off-balance shot, but the runner finds its mark, and again it's back to within 2. Pinckneyville has held the lead the entire third quarter, but it's been no larger than 4. Clellan from 12. Soft, but won't go. Hawkins has the rebound underneath, and it looks like Brian Blunier picked up the foul.
Pinckneyville doing a good job executing on the offensive end, able to spring Clellan right there. He had the open jumper. Hawkins a good rebounder, went the glass hard, and you're right, he was fouled by Blunier on the play. And the basketball is going to stay in the hands of Pinckneyville.
Lane will check out. Steinbeck will check out for Eureka. Brayman is now back in. And Keppel is also back in. Hawkins, who hit a 3 moments ago, tries again. This one's not going to find the mark. Nice rebound by Bruns.
Well, Pinckneyville doing a much better job, especially on the offensive glass here in the third quarter.
4-point game again as Keppel works it up top. Blunier, nice pass over to Bob Wettstein. Wettstein was cutting. He was up in the air waiting for the pass. Decker in a hurry all the way. He's fouled on his way in. And Keppel will pick up the personal. Back and forth we go. Pinckneyville goes up by 4, and then Eureka answers.
Both ball clubs pushing the ball up the floor very quickly. There's Decker, one to give it up to Bruns, elected to take it on strong to glass, and you'll see Keppel coming right at you. And he picked up the personal foul. It was on the drive and not the shot. Third personal foul on Matt Keppel.
Yeah, if a Eureka player should knock at your door, that's exactly what it would look like. Hawkins alone on the left wing, but shut down. Clellan cross court to a wide open Decker. Won't get it to fall. Keppel has the rebound.
Pinckneyville really cold from 3-point territory. 2 of 12.
Meese looks inside. Again, the alley-oop intended for Keppel. We've got a whistle. Boy, they're getting pretty aggressive with those passes up near the basket, aren't they?
And Pinckneyville's not doing any talking on the defensive end. They're getting rubbed off of that pick. It's a blindside cut. See the pass by Meese right there. Then you'll see Keppel right there. You'll see the collision, and then Bruns with a personal foul. They ran that play 2 times in a row.
Well, if Matt Keppel can make these count, we'll be tied again. There's 45 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. 1-point difference. Would you be surprised at all if this game went down to the final seconds or even went into overtime? I would not be. For the tie. And again, the pressure by Eureka. Clellan will play it in. Hawkins is double teamed in the corner. Works his way out of it nicely by getting it to Bruns, and they'll beat the 10-second clock across the midcourt stripe. Clellan. As we wait for the final shot, Hawkins will stay up top here. Sometimes they send him on the wing and try to bring him off a double pick. But it looks like Shane Hawkins will stay up top and try to get the final penetration.
Blunier's really done a good job on him on the defensive end. He's really done a good job denying the basketball in the hands of Hawkins.
Now Hawkins goes down low. There he comes off the pick, left wing. He may just do this himself. Nope. He finds Decker for three. Yeah!
How big was that three?
Huge. It gives Pinckneyville a 3-point lead as we head to the final quarter of play in the championship game in Class A. We're returning after these local messages.
Okay.
This game was tied with seconds left in the third quarter, but it's not any longer.
And the clock running down. Good ball movement. They wanted to get Hawkins open, but Hawkins so unselfish. Decker spotted up behind the 3-point mark. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Pinckneyville with the lead at the end of 3 quarters, 50-47.
Off the turnovers, Pinckneyville definitely has the edge. They also have the edge on the second chance points as the ball heads out of bounds, but Eureka will maintain possession.
And Eureka with the edge at the free throw line. Eureka from the stripe, 15 of 16.
He better hurry, and he gets it into Keppel with no time to spare. Meese is open, top of the key, but quickly covered up. Now he'll free himself and hit.
Tough shot.
Nathaniel Meese creating a little space for himself, and it's back to a 1-point game. Decker over on the wing to Summer. It is blocked by Bremen. Decker puts it back in. Well, Decker, who averages just 4 points a game, has gotten 5 in the span of the last 30 seconds. Bremen. That'll go! He's got a nice move with that left hand, doesn't he?
Well, he's so quick on the inside. See, he gets to the spot, and he's beating Pinckneyville to the spot. And you see how he's posted up right there? Summer playing behind him. Then he goes back to the left. He's a natural righty. He goes back to the left. A soft touch. It's like, see the quick step? It's a drop step with the right foot, and then he takes it up with the left hand and just goes down through the net. A nice play that time by Bremen on the inside. Bremen now with 10 points. He's 3 of 8 from the floor, but he's got 10 points, and a free throw here by Bremen will tie it up at 52-all.
And of course, the starting center for Pinckneyville on the bench with 4 fouls. That's Andrew Dagner, and we are indeed tied at 52. 7 minutes and 20 seconds left.
10th tie of the basketball game.
Is that all? Just 10? It feels like 20. Clellan out front. Hawkins hasn't had a big game offensively, but remember, when it gets down to crunch time, he'll have the ball in his hands, but that time he had it off his foot.
Just lost it, trying to take it on the drive on the baseline, goes off of his foot. A lot of time left in the ball game. There's 7 minutes still left in this basketball game.
Meese driving baseline. Gets it back to Steinbeck, who had it stripped away momentarily, but he got it back, and then he was fouled by Bruns. Pinckneyville's 4th team foul here in the second half, and Eureka working with 5 team fouls. That bonus situation will play a big role before this night's over.
That team fouls, Eureka with 5 and Pinckneyville with 4.
Meese working against Decker, frees himself, goes up and got it.
Once again, Meese just gets it in so deep, gets a good 2-pointer. Give his ball club the lead at 54-52.
Eureka hasn't led for a long time, but they do now. I guess if you want to lead, this would be the quarter to do it, huh?
And Meese and Bremen leading the way in the point category, 11 points apiece.
Hawkins, tough shot, won't get it. Rebound comes out long, knocked out of bounds. They say last touch by Keppel, who argues the point a bit. And Dick Korn there on his knees talking to one of the officials. How bad does that man want this, not only for himself, but for his kids? Bruns is free, but missed the cripple. He missed it. Clellan got the rebound back. It's now out of bounds, and it belongs to Eureka. Oh,
Bruns an easy one on the inside. A chip shot, and just couldn't get it to go down.
And again, from where we're sitting, that looks easy, but of course, when you're 16 and this kind of championship pressure, who knows?
See the battle for the basketball right there. Bruns hustling back after he missed the shot. 15 lead changes and 10 ties in the ball game.
We've got a whistle and a foul as that ball was headed down on the low post, and it will go against Matt Decker for Pinckneyville. That'll be their 15th foul.
Still a non-shooting foul. I think you want to get Eureka at that line. Third personal foul on Decker. Eureka 16 of 17 from the line.
An inbound way up top to Keppel, who's guarded closely by Bruns. Uh-oh, Meese is open for three. Will it go? No. Summers screened out his man, Bremen. Some of the fans wanted a foul. Decker gets it right back to Clellan. Clellan can't get an opening, so they'll recrank it to Bruns. Yep. Tied again, the 11th tie of the game, 54-all.
Well, Bruns is stepping up big on that offensive end. Bruns now with 13 points, 5 of 7 from the floor, 3 of 6 from the line.
This is his last game as a Pinckneyville Panther. I'm sure he was one of those kids standing in the tunnel in Pinckneyville trying to touch those senior players when he was a youngster. Driving was Blunier, and he goes in untouched.
He just beat Bruns on the baseline. A good baseline drive that time by Blunier.
Breaking the pressure as they get it up to Decker. Hawkins has been quiet. Nice pass inside to Bruns. Braidman goes up, changes the shot, but Summer puts it right back in.
Stick back. Second chance opportunity. Summer of Pinckneyville right there.
And after Braidman went up to try to reject it, that left the glass open for Summer. Luna makes a bad pass.
Hawkins with the steal.
Under the 5-minute mark now.
I think Hawkins needs a touch this time on the offensive end.
Here's the touch. Here's the shot. He doesn't have the touch. Rebound, no, by Decker. And coming out of there with it is Nathaniel Meese. He's got a 3-on-2. He gets it over to the left wing. Steinbeck, yeah!
Oh, beautiful executed break. Beautiful pass by Meese. What a finish by Steinbeck. Fills the lane, goes back up underneath, falling away, hits the shot to give his ball club a 2-point lead. 58-56, 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Under these circumstances, that was by no means an easy shot, even though it was in close. It was a twister. Pinckneyville trying to get a tie here. We've got a foul away from the ball, and Blunier was a little too rough with Shane Hawkins, who was working for position along the baseline. Is this a great game or what, Greg Sterry?
It's all it was billed. I anticipated this type of a basketball game. Both these ball clubs very well coached. They set the tone defensively, and they play with a lot of heart.
One of your network sponsors is DuPont. Don't go away. Nathaniel Meese on the move.
The little guy with his head up sees the floor. Ooh, the nice dish. Watch the finish, though. It's beautiful. Steinbeck back up underneath, falling away, gets it up on the iron, crawls around, and slips down through.
And Brett Clellan had a pretty good position defensively, but it was Steinbeck making the move as we speak, working in our IHSA television truck. Steve Casey and Scott Jones working on a music video, which will highlight some of the highlights of this tournament to be shown right after the state championship game. Might be worth recording. Clellan for three. Brett Clellan, the senior. And now it's Pinckneyville up by one.
Brother. Clellan now with 11 points. It's 4 threes for Pinckneyville. They're starting to warm up from three-point land. They're now 4 of 14.
A lot of substitutions for Coach Tim Meese during that last time out. Chet Rickey with a basketball. Also in the game is Jason Lane. Meese is still in there, of course. This is Nathaniel Meese. He had a piece of that blocked. It's heading out of bounds, and the Panthers have it from Pinckneyville.
And Summer was the guy that made that happen. Meese had to change his shot, and I even think Summers may have gotten a little piece of it on the play. See if we can see the block. See Meese slipping in, drives by Decker right there. I think Summer got a piece of it. Nice block, nice defensive play.
Decker breaking the press by himself, looking for Summer, looking for the hole. He missed it. He missed it in close. Eureka lets out a sigh of relief.
Oh, I should have used the backboard on that play. Should have used the glass.
Low post they go. This is Wettstein. This is two.
Nice turnaround into paint by Wettstein. Sophomore.
Hawkins 2-on-1. Hawkins forcing it, and he is fouled. Yeah. Oh, I tell you, Wetstein wanted to charge, but he didn't get what he wanted. Hawkins instead got what he wanted, and I think it'll be a shooting foul. Let's see how they call it.
Yeah, Hawkins is going to go to the line to shoot free throws. He's going to shoot 2 free throws, a foul on Wetstein. Wetstein, only a sophomore, 6'3". He's going to be a good one. He's got that outside shot, and he's also going to go inside. Just a pure shooter. Nice soft touch.
You know what you got to do if you're playing right now? You got to keep one thing out of your mind, that you're that close to a state championship. You can't think about it. You have to play the game. That's the hardest part when you're 16 and 17. Everybody here at Assembly Hall is saying they're that close.
And it's probably easier for those guys playing than it is for the people watching.
Out goes Lane. In comes Keppel for Tim Meese's Eureka Hornets. They came in at 30-1. They don't have a conference affiliation. They are an independent. From Woodfield County, 494 kids in the school. Hawkins does not tie it. Dick Korn looks up at the scoreboard. What he wants to see the next time he looks is 60-60. Will he see it? He will. 2:44 remaining in the Class A state championship game. It started off rather slowly, but it has picked up ever since, and it has not let up. Blunier looks for Brayman. It's loose on the floor. It's a jump ball, and the arrow is pointing Pinckneyville's way.
Blunier continues to try and pass over the top. You know, he's had that pass either taken away or deflected. What you got to do is give a ball fake and pass around that defensive man, Jim.
Ryan Bruns will bring it up against Keppel.
2:20 left in the basketball game.
This is Summer. Summer against Brayman. Has it blocked, but they say that Brayman got him with the body. That could be 4. Let's see when the tally comes. Yes, it is 4 on number 55, Brayman.
Well, it looked like Brayman just held his position right there. It looked like the offensive player may have leaned in, and usually the offensive man gets that call. And Brayman with 4 personal fouls. Summer at the line.
Summer made a big free throw in that game against Totopoulos. Totopoulos, of course, came in ranked number 1, undefeated, and they left after this team dispensed with them. Missed them both. Hawkins with a rebound. Pumps. Hits.
Tough shot.
That was a tough shot. Well, they came away empty with 2 free throws, but got the deuce the hard way. Meese working baseline. Keppel almost lost it, and he picks it up.
Now every possession becomes so important.
We're under the 2-minute mark.
Well, Brayman wants it inside. Brayman wants the basketball.
Meese looking for him. Meese almost had it slapped away, and now Decker will be called for the personal foul. And for Pinckneyville, that will be team foul number 6. Not yet in the bonus situation for the Hornets. And I'm getting a little tense here, Craig.
Decker picked up his 4th personal foul. Went with the steal, got him on the wrist, 4th personal foul. Pinckneyville with a 2-point advantage at 62-60. Steinbeck checks back into the lineup for Eureka, and Blunier is going to go out. Steinbeck's a much better offensive player. They need his offense. That's a good substitution right there.
What a big rebound on the offensive end for Shane Hawkins. Instead of being tied, Eureka now trails, and they must connect. If not this trip, it gets a little harder every trip after. Keppel looking for Meese. Meese covered up nicely. Keppel for 3. Will it go? It will not. Long rebound. Fought for, and Bruns has it for Pinckneyville. And let's see how they play it with the basketball in the 2-point lead. Hawkins, of course, is a great ball handler, and he's a good free throw shooter at 75%.
Yeah, they're just going to run clock right here. Pinckneyville's going to run clock. They're going to take care of the basketball. Great look.
With a great pass, and Bruns got it down, and Pinckneyville is up by 4.
Well, they had the floor spread. Cullen spotted. Bruns slipped in and got the basket for the Panthers. They're up 64-60.
They kind of lulled them to sleep, didn't they? Eureka has to score here, or they're in deep trouble. We're under a minute. This is Steinbeck. It's not there. Rebound Hawkins. Pinckneyville may have their 2nd state championship if they can make some free throws. Almost a steal. Keppel had it. Cannot save it. What hustle. What hustle by Keppel.
If Keppel hadn't dived after that basketball, I'm not sure that it can go off his leg. There's the pass by Hawkins right there. See if it goes off his leg.
Yep.
No, I think it may have went off Decker's leg, and then Keppel felt like he hit it out of bounds. A good hustle play that time by Keppel.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Nathaniel Meese was arguing about that. I wonder what he was talking about, and maybe he was saying the same thing you did. I thought at first glance it went off his own knee.
I couldn't tell whether or not see if we can tell whether it goes off with Decker right here. Went off of his hip right there.
Timeout on the floor. Don't go away. The state championship is about to be decided. One of your network sponsors is Country Company. There have been 13 ties in this basketball game. 13 ties, 18 lead changes. But right now, the lead is on the Pinckneyville side of the basketball. And they will also be inbounded.
Pinckneyville's basketball. 39.1 seconds left in the ball game. Pinckneyville just needs to take care of the basketball, and they're going to have to make some free throws.
Hawkins, of course, will try to break the press. He gets it over to Decker. Decker is fouled by Keppel. 31 seconds remaining, and that's about a 50% free throw shooter. They're sending to the line. He doesn't go there a lot, Greg.
Well, that was a good foul. They didn't want to foul Hawkins. They wanted Hawkins to get rid of the basketball, and they wanted to foul somebody else. They elected to foul Decker, and you can see the emotion, and you can tell by looking at Eureka's bench that they were losing the basketball game, but there's not any smiles yet on that Pinckneyville bench either, even though they've got a 4-point advantage. A lot of time left in the ball game. 31.1 seconds left in the ball game, and it's the senior Matt Decker at the line for the Pinckneyville Panthers.
Will be a 6-point lead. It's 5 now.
Well, that's a big free throw too. Big free throw.
Dick Korn filling out some last-minute instructions. He's telling Decker where he wants him to go after the free throw.
And what he wants to do is to make sure Decker puts a lot of pressure on Nathaniel Meese. They want to keep the basketball out of the hands of Nathaniel Meese.
In and out. Wetstein with a rebound. Eureka has to score.
Yeah, you don't have to shoot a 3 here. You can get a 2.
Keppel does. He hit it. He hit it from way outside. We've got 22 seconds remaining. That was 20 plus, and it's a 2-point ball game. 65-63. How far out was it?
Oh, it was long range. Maybe downtown, huh? Long range. I thought he was going to take it on the basket, look for the 2. No. Give me the tray. The trifecta right there. Woo. Matt Keppel knocks in the long range bomb to pull his ball club to within 2. Pinckneyville 65, Eureka 63. What a shot by Matt Keppel, and a quick timeout call by Eureka.
That's a good 4 feet beyond the arc, ladies and gentlemen.
And still plenty of time left in the ball game. 22.2 seconds left. Now let's go into the huddle of head coach Tim Neese of Eureka.
Still have 3 timeouts left. What we want to do is 11 or 55. Right? 11 or 55. Yes, 21. Make it good. Huh? That'd be good. Yeah, let's go ahead and double. Who's taking the ball out? Show me for them. You turn this ball over. Okay, you double. Okay. Questions? All right. Make sure he doesn't fly on it. Listen, let's go. Still got 3 of them out there. All right.
Those are the words of Dick Korn. Do what? Well, win a state championship. That's the call's really doing it. They have to make their free throws now. That 3-pointer just put added pressure.
Not a lot of emotion out of either coach, though, in the huddle. Not a lot of emotion. Spent their time coaching.
Eureka, of course, trying to force that turnover or foul very quickly. Good pressure. They couldn't get it in, so Brett Clellan just called the timeout. Before this one gets down to its hectic final seconds, let's not forget about the game Ryan Bruns has had here. Of course, everybody talks about Hawkins. He's a Division I player. Shane, of course, headed to Southern Illinois University, but Bruns really picked it up in the second half. Let's go check out what this shot line is all about.
Brunsing.
more than their share of timeouts than they need for 22 seconds.
And Hawkins needs to work real hard right here to get open. They need the basketball to get in the hands of Hawkins. Cleveland with a tough job. Eureka turning around. All of Eureka's players are face guarding, and Wetstein's kind of playing in the middle of the floor. He's playing center field so they don't get a long pass.
Cleveland inbounds it, gets it right back, and he steps out of bounds. No, he traveled with the basketball. I don't think he expected Summer to give it right back to him, and he did. He was almost out of bounds when he took the pass back, and he moved his foot quickly.
And I was surprised Eureka didn't quickly go to Summer and foul him real quickly when they threw in the basketball.
All the things have changed at Assembly Hall. The pass comes out long to Keppel. He can go in the backcourt and get it on the inbounds. 17 seconds left. Meese hangs, doesn't hit it. Rebound comes down to Wetstein. Back up, no. Rebound fought for. Brayman, 7 seconds left. Timeout, Pinckneyville. Brayman got the third attempt to fall, and we are tied at 65.
Brayman all over the offensive glass. They were battling so hard, Eureka. They had 2 shots at it. The ball was loose. Pinckneyville couldn't come up with the rebound. Brayman was right there. Heavy traffic. Brayman, great body control. Shifts it from the right hand to the left, and he gets it up. Another look at it right here. Look at the action here. Keppel with a pass. You see Meese on the dribble drive right here. A little push there. He puts the shot up. Then you're going to see the battle on the inside. Wetstein, the turnaround jumper. It didn't go. Right there, the long rebound comes out. Bruns had his hands on it. Couldn't get it. Inside the battle. Brayman comes up with it. What a big basket by Brayman on the inside.
2 Pinckneyville players will get their hands on this rebound there, and it got away from them. Cleland and Bruns had it. It went back to Brayman, and we're back at another tie. That is the 14th tie of this game, and let's go back to Tim Meese's huddle with 7 seconds left.
Keep the ball out of 21's hands, Hawkins' hands. Okay? 7 seconds. We can get a turnover, great. Keep the ball in front of us and off off. No foul.
Could you ask for anything more? 2 teams going for a state championship, 7 seconds left.
Everybody's in. And Eureka's going to show a pressure defense. And if you're Eureka, you can't foul. And if you're Pinckneyville, you're going to look quickly to get the ball in the hands of Shane Hawkins. If it's not there, 7 seconds left, look for a Pinckneyville player just to take the basketball and go ahead and just take it strong. Just penetrate the glass and look for the foul.
Will we have overtime? Garrison Rule is checked into the ball game for Pinckneyville. Hawkins has it. He has 5 seconds. He has 2 seconds. He's headed for the lane. He gets it over. It's up, and it's good. Ryan Bruns has won the game. Ryan Bruns has brought Pinckneyville its 2nd state championship.
And it was Hawkins with a penetration move. The traffic came to Hawkins. The dish runs on the baseline. He hits the soft little jumper. The Panthers state champions. They win it 67-65.
Hawkins did it again. He did that in the quarterfinal game and got rid of it. Oh, the emotion on the floor of Assembly Hall. Same legendary status as Duster Thomas. Now, I was screened out on the baseline, and I had to wait to see if it was Ryan Bruns who got the dish. These are the 2 men who made it happen.
It was a great play. It was a great inbounds play to get Hawkins the basketball with his head up. Looks like he's going to penetrate. Take a look at the clock, too, while all this is happening right there. There's Hawkins. Looked like he had the shot. The great pass. Great court awareness out of the Hawk of Pinckneyville. Gives it up to Bruns. Bruns hits the game winner. It's a championship winner. It's state championship time for the Pinckneyville Panthers.
Greg, when that ball hit the bottom of the net, zeros were across the clock.
No question about it. The basket had to count.
Oh, it counted plenty.
The great pass. But see, it was the penetration. Hawkins was taking it inside, then the dish, then the finish. Ryan Bruns, a spectacular basketball game.
Let's watch the bench. Hawkins is penetrating. He's dishing. We have won it.
State champions. We're champions. Oh, what great camera work. Great work, guys.
Reminiscent of the same play that Hawkins set up Summer with earlier in this tournament. Let's go to Joe Passion, who is standing by with a very elated coach.
Well, Dick, we don't want to delay you from picking up some well-deserved trophies, but what a finish, and Ryan Bruns with a great game and a great finish.
Yeah, it was. You know, late in the ball game, when we talked about it on the bench, we wanted to play to win and not to lose, and I think he picked up on it as well as anybody. And of course, it's pretty similar to the T-Town game in that Shane created and drew it, dumped it down. Couldn't happen to a greater guy. He lays it on the line every night in practice and every night the game, and he deserves to make a state championship shot.
Real quickly, Ryan, on the last shot, you finished with 17 and a great feed.
Yeah, Shane done his job again. He always done it all year. He finds the open man. I was open for a while. I was wondering if he's going to get it to me, and sure enough, he did. I was able to stick it in.
Congratulations. They got a trophy over here for you.
Thank you.
All right, then.
We'll be back with more from Assembly Hall after this from your local Ford dealers. Well, I think you might all guess what the player and the play of the game are all about here during our post game. The play of the game and the player brought to you by All Sport Body Quencher, all new, all taste, all performance drink. All Sport, the player and the play are one and the same, aren't they, Greg Sterrick?
Well, Ryan Bruns was just spectacular. He had 17 points in the ball game, 6 rebounds and 3 assists. He's usually known for his defense, and here he stepped up big on the offensive end. How about the play of the game? Is there any question what the play of the game should be or will be? Hawkins with the basketball, head up, great court awareness, penetrating, looking maybe to take the final shot, but there's Bruns. Slips in on the baseline. It's Shane Hawkins with a nice dish. A great shot by Ryan Bruns, and that's the play of the game, and you can see the reaction right there of the Pinckneyville Panthers as they win a state championship 67-65. Can you tell if the shot went down? Look at the bench. Congratulations to the Pinckneyville Panthers, state champions of 1994.
A baseline shot that will be of legendary proportion in the town of Pinckneyville, which is steeped in tradition in basketball anyway. And those two young men will grow with that shot every day. The play of the game brought to you by American Airlines and American Eagle. Something special in the air. This game was just that, something special. And let's not forget about Eureka. They were down and out with 32 seconds left to go. Keppel buries a 3 from about 22 feet. Then they get the second chance rebound by Bremen, and it's tied.
Yeah, and Eureka finishes the year at 30-2. They finished second in the state. A tremendous basketball team. They're a very balanced basketball team. And Nathaniel Meese, the coach's son, a 3-year starter. He always leads the ball club. He's the heart and soul of the basketball team. Bremen on the inside, he was tough. They're just very, very balanced. When you look down through their players, Matt Keppel, and of course, you see Steinbeck right there. He's a good outside shooter. You know, there's disappointment right now out of the Eureka basketball players, and I'm sure the fans are disappointed too. But what an accomplishment it is just to finish second in the state, Jim.
Well, just remember, this Eureka program had not even won a regional title since 1942, and they came that close to a state championship.
And when you congratulate the Pinckneyville Panthers, the players and the coaches, I think you also have to congratulate the community. What a following Pinckneyville had here at the Assembly Hall, as well as Eureka. And you mentioned tradition. The tradition just continues at Pinckneyville.
Well, let's head out to the court right now, and we'll eavesdrop on public address announcer Steve Adams as the medallions and the trophies are passed out in this memorable 1994 Class A state championship game.
Manager Zach Meese. Those are the Hornets of Eureka High School. And now presenting medallions to the squad members of the first place team will be Mr. Leroy Newton of Carterville High School in Carterville, who serves the IHSA as president of the board, and Mr. Fred Curtis of East High School in Belleville, who serves the IHSA as treasurer of the board. At this time, let's meet the Panthers of Pinckneyville High School, who finished the season in first place with a final record of 33-2. Here is the principal of Pinckneyville High School, Dr. Craig Hyatt. The head coach, Dick Korn. Superintendent, Dean Brewer. Assistant coach, Tom Hawkins. Assistant coach, Wes Choate. Assistant coach, Mike Cheek. Scorekeeper, Billy Ray Craig. Cowgirl, Cynthia Harden. And now at center court, let's meet the players. Number 22, Shane McGranahan. Number 23, Jeremy Johnston. Number 40, Kevin Kellerman. Number 45, Anson Kunkel. Number 15, Mark Radicke. Number 35, Ryan Eisenhower. Number 42, Garrison Rule. Number 55, Jared Summer. Number 54, Andrew Dagner. Number 11, Matt Decker. Number 20, Ryan Bruns. Number 30, Brett Clellan. And number 21, Shane Hawkins. Those are the Panthers of Pinckneyville High School. And now for the trophy presentations. Presenting the second place trophy will be Mr. Wright. Will Coach Tim Meese and the captains of Eureka High School please step forward to receive the second place trophy. Mr. Wright, if you please. Congratulations to Eureka High School, this year's second place finisher in Class A. And now, presenting the state championship trophy will be Mr. Newton. Will Coach Dick Korn and the captains of Pinckneyville High School step forward to receive the championship trophy. Congratulations to Pinckneyville High School state champions for 1994 in Class A. This announcement for Eureka fans. Attention, Eureka fans. The Eureka team is on route 150, arriving at Consolation.
Emotion that will just grow stronger with age. That's what we saw transpire here tonight as Pinckneyville won a state championship in the most dramatic of fashion with nary a second left on the clock. We're breaking away and we'll wrap up and give you a look at a music video about some of the emotions and highlights in this Class A state tournament. All that coming up after we return after these local messages.
Thank you for attending the state tournament. We'll see you next weekend for the Class AA state tournament here at the Assembly Hall.
Well, back here, and what a great championship weekend it has been, and capped off by what I'm sure historians will feel is one of the truly great championship games of all time. Pinckneyville on the last second shot at the buzzer, winning here by a deuce over a great team in Eureka. Joe Passion along with the whole gang here. And Greg, boy, you were just jumping out of your seat because this is the kind of game that even broadcasters in all our attempts to be objective cannot be.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better basketball game, Joe, and the championship trophy goes back to the South. The Pinckneyville Panthers, they win it 67-65, and Shane Hawkins made a great pass to Ryan Bruns on the inside, and Bruns usually known for his defense. He's an outstanding defensive player. He stepped up big in this basketball game, had 17 points in the ball game and had 6 rebounds, but when you're at Eureka, nothing to be ashamed of. They get second place in the state championship run. They're an outstanding basketball team, and they're to be congratulated. This might be, fellas, the best Class A basketball tournament I've seen in a long time.
Jim, you brought up the many lead changes and ties that made this game so apparently close.
I can only say one thing. I won't be able to sleep for 2 days. That's pretty much it. I'm pretty pumped up still after the game is over. Dick?
Well, it was a great tournament. And in the context of this championship game, we're thinking about what happened this evening. But remember, both of these teams won quarterfinal round games in the final seconds. The script was just perfect. It was an outstanding tournament.
Each day throughout the quarterfinals, there were really only 2 games that were not close in this Elite 8 tournament, and both were the St. Martin de Porres victories, ironically enough, in their 2 out of 3 tournament here. So a great series, and also near record crowds. They had a record crowd here that matched almost the 1967 group. So popularity of small town basketball in Illinois still very hot, Greg.
Well, small towns have a lot of pride in their basketball team. The tradition continues, and Pinckneyville, a lot of pride and a lot of tradition. They're to be congratulated. When you look down through the other teams in the tournament, there were some outstanding teams, and we saw some outstanding players. How about the play of Eric Clark? How about a Jerry G? Just some outstanding players. Your thoughts on that, Jim?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, what I like most about this kind of tournament, not only do we have some marquee players, but we have people like Ryan Bruns who step up when it counts the most. It's those kinds of kids and that kind of heart that makes the Class A tournament what it is in Illinois. It's madness. It's the right kind of madness.
The last time that the Panthers won a state championship, despite their great tradition of their many visits here over the years, 1948. Duster Thomas and that memorable team, and that black and white huge picture up there in the gymnasium, and everyone walks by it, and there's a photo now that will join it this week.
You know what, guys, when we get old, and not that we're not there already, but when we get old, we're going to be talking about this one, aren't we, Dick?
Someday they'll show a picture of this championship team, maybe about, 40 years from now. It'll be a nice color picture then, and this team will be remembered just like that 48 club.
And, of course, Joe Passion will be courtside.
Probably still. And again, Greg Sterick, a great job analyzing a great weekend for you. It's some basketball, Jim Ulbrich, and of course Dick Ludke. I'm Joe Passion. For all of us and all our crew, a great job out there. They also did a great job on presenting our closing music video of the great highlights from America's original March Madness. So long, everyone.
seconds to play. They can't waste any time.